Shekhar lashed out at Thangabalu after being expelled from the Congress, say they will approach the party high command.
Mr. Thangabalu has no right to suspend us from the party.
Meanwhile, Thangabalu stands by Congress's decision to expel 19 members. He says they indulged in anti-party activities.
இந்த இஷ்யூ பொறுத்தவரையிலும் கட்சியில் நடவடிக்கையில் ஈடுபட்டவர்கள் மீது நடவடிக்கை எடுத்திருக்கோம். எங்கள் கூட்டணிக்கு துரோகம் இழைத்தவர்களுக்கு நடவடிக்கை எடுத்திருக்கோம்.
Dravidian parties are happy with the voter turnout. Jayalalitha says people have come out in large numbers in anger against the DMK.
It is also a reflection of the people's anger against the DMK government.
And an upbeat DMK says people who benefited from their party's freebies and welfare schemes would have voted in their favour. Fire under control after flames erupted in a container yard in Madhavaram. Export materials worth several crore rupees destroyed. A very good evening. You're watching the news tonight with me, Divya, and here are the news making national headlines. The woman athlete who lost her leg after being thrown from a train by hooligans says all she wanted was to provide for her family and play the sport. After public outcry, state government ups the compensation to 2 lakhs and Reddy offers Arunima a job. There will be no India tour of Pakistan in the near future, says Rajiv Shukla, as the cricket calendar is completely full. CBI team in Chile to meet prosecutors to verify the identity of Abdul Rauf, the man believed to be behind the Kandahar hijack. Gopal Das, the Indian jailed in Pakistan for 27 years on charges of spying, is now asking the Indian government for compensation. Farooq Abdullah's fears over India's skewed sex ratio says if this continues, men may have to turn gay. Well, there is no stop to the trouble brewing in the DMK's ally Congress's camp. 19 Congress members, including S.V. Shekhar and the former deputy mayor of Chennai, Karathe Thiagarajan, have been expelled from the party. The sitting Malapur MLA Shekhar, who was elected on an AIADMK seat before being expelled in 2009, had joined the Congress recently and was not allotted a seat this time around. S.V. Shekhar spoke to NDTV Hindu, reacting strongly to the action taken against him and 19 others. He says his expulsion will only be a loss to the Congress party.
It is the mistake of Thangabalu, who is unfit to be a president of a very big party, who is simultaneously cheating the top leaders of the party, cadres, and all the people. Our Supremo Sonia ji and Rahul ji probably in the next week, and explain probably the other, all the 18 members in the list, they are the seniors and more experienced people than me. For 8 days I campaigned for Congress DMK alliance, but he never did it. He was only campaigning for himself.
And Karathe Thiagarajan, who is amongst those expelled, now says that Thangabalu has no authority to expel him from the party. In fact, this afternoon, Karathe Thiagarajan had an argument with the police personnel who were stationed outside his house, and he demanded that they be removed immediately. Trouble brewed in the Congress after the All India Congress Committee nominated Thangabalu's wife Jayanti to contest from Mylapore constituency for the assembly polls. Jayanti's nomination as Congress candidate had caused heartburn among a section of partymen, with some of them even burning Thangabalu's effigy.
Mr. Thangabalu has no right to suspend us from the party. Only the Congress High Command has the power to suspend us from the party. And I request the City Police Commissioner Rajendran to withdraw all the police forces which has been deployed outside my house, which is illegal, undemocratic. If the Commissioner now withdraws the police from my house, I will take the suitable legal action against the Police Commissioner.
Any reason?
No, they are curtailing my activities.
Meanwhile, the TNCC chief K.V. Thangabalu defended his stand and says they were expelled due to anti-party activities.
காங்கிரஸ் கட்சிக்கு எதிராக காங்கிரஸ் வேட்பாளர் எதிராக செயல்பட யார் செயல்பட்டாலும் அவர்கள் கட்சிக்கு விசாரணை இருக்க முடியாது. அவர் மீது நடவடிக்கை எடுத்திருக்கோம். அவர் உண்மையான காங்கிரஸ்காரர் இல்லை. அதிமுக திமுக மடிக்கு வந்திருக்காரு, பல போய் சுத்திட்டு வந்தாரு. அவருடைய விளைவு தான் காங்கிரஸ் கலாச்சாரத்தை சொல்ல மாட்டாது மாதிரி யாரும். இந்த இஷ்யூ பொறுத்தவரையிலும் கட்சியில் நடவடிக்கையில் ஈடுபட்டவர்கள் மீது நடவடிக்கை எடுத்திருக்கோம். எங்கள் கூட்டணிக்கு துரோகம் இழைத்து நடவடிக்கை எடுத்திருக்கோம். காங்கிரஸ் கட்சிக்கும் கூட்டணிக்கும் துரோகம் இழைத்து யாராக இருந்தாலும் நடவடிக்கை எடுக்கப்படும். இது எடுக்கக்கூடிய கட்டாயம் எனக்கு இருக்கு. அதனால எடுத்திருக்கேன். ஆகவே என்னுடைய கடமையை நான் செஞ்சிருக்கேன். அவ்வளவுதான்.
And AIADMK Chief Jayalalitha today claimed the high voter turnout for the Tamil Nadu Assembly polls was a reflection of people's anger against the DMK and their resolve to oust the ruling government. Jayalalitha says, and I quote, "People have come out in large numbers in a silent revolution to show their anger and to make sure the DMK government goes," unquote. The Tamil Nadu polls yesterday witnessed an unprecedented 78% voter turnout. The opposition leader also lauded the Election Commission for conducting the polls in a safe and secure manner.
We must all compliment the Election Commission of India for providing a safe, secure environment for voting. I think it is that which has resulted in this high turnout of polling. It is also a reflection of the people's anger against the DMK government. People have come out in large numbers in a silent revolution to show their anger against the DMK government and to make sure that the DMK government goes.
However, the ruling DMK too is upbeat. There is an increase of 8% turnout compared to the previous elections. Now, this increase would translate into more than 37 lakh voters, and the party says they are the people who benefited from its freebies and welfare schemes who would have voted in their favor. And a day after the polls, the high security is still being maintained in various parts of the city. NDTV Hindu has these visuals of around 175 police personnel, including city police and armed guards on the bandobast duty at Anna University, where the electronic voting machines are being stocked up. Similar security arrangements are in place in Loyola College, Queen Mary's and Mohammed Sadaq College.
The police, we had 240. We had 240 companies which had come here. Of these 240 companies, only 17 will remain till the counting. We have requested for 10 more to remain there because they have to go to West Bengal. But the 17 will be distributed to all the counting locations, which are 91 in number. And based on that, almost 12 to 14 persons will be there in each counting location, apart from around 15% of the state armed police and TSP. So almost 30 to 40 police forces will be there in the counting centers for protection.
Well, though it has been a record voter turnout this assembly elections, a few section of voters were thoroughly miffed and disappointed that they were denied their right to vote. The common problem being names missing on electoral rolls. We caught up with Dr. Papa, who went through this bitter experience for the second time.
But unfortunately, this year again, when I went for my voting with my family members, I found that my name was not there in the list. And in spite of the fact that I possess my ID cards, my wife has her ID card, my father, mother, we had about 8 votes. 8 votes have gone a-begging. And this is a very disgusting feeling for a citizen of the country to be denied his vote after having issued these ID cards. It's just making mere mockery of the whole situation.
Moving on, a major fire broke out this morning at a container yard in suburban Madhavaram. The fire department says the fire had erupted around 10:30 a.m. inside a container which had a stock of hydrogen fluoride, and containers which had stocked oil, cement and iron rods were up in flames. 6 fire engines, 3 foam tenders and 18 water lorries were dispatched to bring the fire under control. Fire officers say export materials worth several crore rupees were damaged in the fire accident. Still ahead on the bulletin, the recent census has got Farooq Abdullah worried. What does the sex ratio mean to him? Find out when we come back.